bi-weekly love reading from September 1st through the 15th, 2018. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am the good, the bad, and the tarot, here to bring you your bi-weekly love messages and energies. And for your reading today, I have selected the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis. I will be clarifying with the Everyday Oracle, otherwise known as the Vera Sibilla Italiana. And at the end of your reading, pulling a guidance message from the Butterfly Oracle cards for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue. So if that sounds good, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. And this reading is for all Virgo suns, Virgo moons, Virgo risings, Virgos on the house cusp. Also, if you have your Venus in Virgo. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands popping out here. So some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. I'm seeing someone here who is very guarded. They have a wall up. They've been hurt. It could be because of maybe some indecision on your part, Virgo. You may be going through some changes currently. I also feel like there could be some communication coming to you. Some of you could be traveling currently. But the Two of Pentacles does indicate, you know, incremental changes, adaptability. Possibly, it could be that some of you are seeing more than one person. I do feel like if you're dealing with a fire sign, this person is possibly been through a lot with you, and they are very defensive. They are protecting themselves. They have kind of built a wall up around themselves. But I feel like you're in a playful state of mind. You're very creative when it comes to these changes. You're taking it in stride. Kind of life is like a game for you. You take it in stride, and you're able to juggle the good with the bad, etc. So, but yeah, I just feel like if you're, especially if you're a male watching here and you're dealing with a female fire sign, she could be extremely wounded, very defensive, feeling very guarded around you. But it seems like you're more taking these changes in stride, and you're able to kind of juggle things, balance everything. You may not be giving all of your time to one person. You may have maybe someone else on the side, or you could be, for example, just more interested in taking things slowly. So let's see, what are the love messages and energies for the sign of Virgo from September 1st through the 15th, 2018. This is their bi-weekly love reading. Virgo suns, moons, risings, Virgos on the house cusp, and also if you have your Venus in Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Spirit, important messages and energies concerning Virgo's love lives from September 1st to the 15th, 2018. What do they need to know regarding their love lives? One more here for Virgo, September 1st to the 15th, 2018. We're going to look at your current situation. What is helping or hindering you? This can also be what your challenge is over the next 2 weeks. The foundation of the situation, what has put you here. Your thoughts and feelings. This is also what you may like to want to manifest. Your recent past and your near future going into the middle of the month. Now at the bottom of the deck we have the, oh interesting, I was hearing a squirrel outside, and I was thinking about this card actually, which has a squirrel in it. I don't know if you can see. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is about dealing with rejection. There could be also needing to turn down an opportunity. It's also saying that in terms of the financial sector, there could be a loss here. However, I don't see it as being a very big loss. There's a need to get grounded as well. This can mean that you're being very cautious in terms of a new beginning. Yeah, we have your card at the bottom, the Hermit. So some of you being cautious. There can also be greed associated with the Ace of Pentacles reverse, materialism, needing to get grounded and make healthy choices. Someone may not be making healthy choices here. But I'm seeing it more as, you know, being cautious and maybe needing to turn down certain opportunities so that you can, you know, because not everything that comes your way is going to be a great opportunity for you. So I think that's what I'm seeing here, is you're just being cautious about the decisions that you're making and which one is going to be a really good decision for you, which is going to be a healthy decision for you, or a healthy path forward. So let's take a look at your cards. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands. There's that fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, in the challenge position. What has put you here? We have the Star in reverse, sign of Aquarius. Your thoughts and feelings are the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Your recent past is the Eight of Swords. Okay, and the near future would be the Eight of Wands. Nice. So this does move in a positive direction. I really like this lineup right here. It really feels like you're freeing yourself up. And also I like what I'm seeing here. That's also moving in a positive direction. So let's start with your current situation, which is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Of course, the Nine of Cups is the wish card in the tarot. When it's in reverse, it's kind of that saying, you know, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. There's something that you really wanted. Now, I wanted to say happy birthday, you know, definitely make a wish here. But there can also be some unrealistic expectations, or there may also be a situation where you want what someone else has. So it's just about what's realistic right now for you. Sometimes with the Knight of Cups reversed, it can be that because we feel like we didn't get what we wanted, we can be resentful, we can be holding on to grudges. There can definitely be some jealousy, resentment, and extreme feelings of dissatisfaction. But I do feel like, you know, that's not to say that your wish can't come true. It's maybe just not the right time for that to manifest. So your challenge would be the Knight of Wands here. Now, remember the Nine of Cups is we're dealing with water, so emotions. Something here makes you discontent, makes you feel unhappy, makes you feel like that which you desired, which would bring you pleasure, maybe is out of reach right now or not possible. But with the challenge being the Knight of Wands, you could be dealing with a fire sign, like I said, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is someone who's very adventurous. Okay, this is someone who doesn't exactly maybe know what they want. The way that they find out what they want is through adventure and exploration. So in terms of love, you know, we're not dealing with a queen or a king here. We're dealing with a knight, which is not a page, but still, this could be someone in their 20s or 30s. Early 40s would be pushing it. This is someone who's quite young at heart, very playful. Yes, they have this stereotype of being a player. This can be someone who seeks more adventure in love than anything. So it could be that this is someone that you want to be with, or that you had desires to be with, but for some reason that's not happening right now, or this person has been very challenging for you in some ways. Maybe this person is challenging you to be more adventurous in love, or to be more playful. They challenge you to go out there and get what you want, instead of maybe holding back and feeling resentful when you don't get it. So it could be something like that. I might also read this in the challenge position in reversed, which is the Knight of Wands reversed as someone who is kind of sitting on their head. They're holding back their passionate side. They could be doing that for lots of reasons. They maybe are distrustful of a situation. Maybe they do want the treasures involved, but they realize that if they jumped into it, there would be consequences. So I'm seeing this as someone who does have a lot of passionate feelings for someone, or does want to be with someone, but they have to kind of quelch that fiery side of themselves. What has put you here? We have the Star in reverse. Sign of Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. I'm reading this as, you know, there could be a separation here. Maybe there was a hope for reconciliation. With the Star in reverse, someone here is feeling, to be honest, very hopeless about a situation. Hopeless that there's going to be healing. Hopeless that there's going to be reconciliation. It may also be that, you know, we're only able to see the glass half empty as opposed to half full. So there's really definitely a need for healing here. There's a need for rejuvenation, for finding peace, possibly even for getting closure, even if that person can't give it to you, or if you're seeking healing, reconciliation, or peace in a situation. It's still available to you, but you really are going to have to work on yourself to receive it. Okay, and in the past we have the Eight of Swords. Right. I'm sort of seeing Taurus as well, because there's actually now, you guys know that when I sneeze, those of you who've watched me for a while, that means that someone is telling a lie. What I'm getting is that someone is lying to themselves. This is playing a victim. Okay, we don't like to see the upright Eight of Swords, because this indicates someone who, look, there's a huge fire in the background, and this person could easily walk away, but they choose to stay where they are. So this can be feeling trapped, feeling stuck, a prisoner of our own minds. We know that there's something really terrible going on behind us, but we're choosing not to see it. We're choosing to stay where we are, and the reason for that is because we can't identify the problem for what it is. It's in some ways a victim mentality. It's also, it can be victim blaming, victim shaming. There's a need for us to really get to the root of what is the problem so that we can put it out in the open and really see it for what it is. We're not seeing something because we're choosing to stay stuck, or we're choosing to be a victim. Now, in some situations, this can really be a difficult situation because, you know, his hands are tied and he's bound up. So someone here may have been in a really bad situation here, maybe even physically, but I still feel like there's a need to free yourself and really see things for what they are, so that you can, you know, free yourself from the situation if it's making you really unhappy. In terms of your thoughts and feelings, you have the Queen of Cups. Now this can be someone you're actually thinking about, a person. This may also indicate being in love with someone, being very empathetic with someone. This can be someone who's like a mother figure. She can be psychic, clairvoyant, or someone that is very good with children. I'm also seeing this as someone who really understands her emotions and can process them in a very mature way, very effective way. This can be someone who is like a counselor, mother figure. If this is how you're feeling, you may actually need to take some time out to really process your feelings, to really, you may become a little bit more sensitive, you know, here, really what is going on, because we've got these waterfalls behind her, and yet you can hear the waterfall. It's such a loud sound. It's that rushing water. But here where she is, it's very calm, it's very serene. And so this is you feeling very calm, very serene, very centered, very focused on your emotions. And really, I think you're starting to understand what it is that you really want. What is it that you really need? What's really going to fulfill you? Some of you could be going and talking to a counselor or a therapist and working through some of these things. The good news is that we have the Eight of Wands coming up here in the near future. And I'm really seeing here freedom. I'm seeing travel, and I'm seeing things starting to move quickly for you. So this can be also fast-moving communication. I'm seeing air travel. I'm seeing like launching, taking off. And I'm getting this song like Freebird. So you're really like, you're receiving the freedom that you've always wanted to move, to travel, to let go. And I really see things picking up for you. This will be around the middle of September. I also see lots of communications, healthy communications. All right. So whatever you've been through in the past here, I'm seeing all of that being released. It's kind of like a weight dropping, and you're able to kind of float up into the sky and really fly and spread your wings. And we have a little bird here spreading his wings. So I kind of feel like you're preparing for takeoff, and I do see you being able to do that. Now these are the arrows of passion as well. So this can be passionate communications. This can be finally opening up and talking. And definitely I see travel as a huge possibility, and things just moving very quickly, very effortlessly for you. So extremely positive. Now I do want to clarify some of these cards here. I like to clarify the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, since those are the two core cards coming up. And Spirit, ooh, too many cards. Who is this Knight of Wands coming up in Virgo's challenge position? Who is this Knight of Wands for Virgo? Who is this fire sign coming up in Virgo's challenge position? We have the Servant. Okay, so the Domestico can be a helper, an employee, or a collaborator. I do sometimes see this as like a third party. So it could be someone external to a relationship. It could also be someone here who is there to help you out, someone that you work with, for example, someone that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, but they are a collaborator of some kind. Now this could be actually a male I'm seeing coming up in this position. All right, now who is the Queen of Cups? Who is the Queen of Cups in Virgo's thoughts and feelings? We have faithfulness. So this is someone who's very faithful, devoted, or loyal. Okay, and I think this is how you're feeling at this time. Now, it can be a person, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but this person is going to be there for you. And if this is your energy, this is how you're feeling. You're feeling very faithful, very devoted, very loyal. So it could be that there is a third party here that is challenging for you. This can be someone you work with, like I said, an employee, a helper, a collaborator. And I do see that you desire to be faithful, though. You desire to be devoted and loyal. And I feel like it could be a situation where you have to turn down an opportunity, or you have to be kind of cautious how you go about this situation. But I really like where this is going, Virgo. It's very positive. And, you know, I think that, you know, you're just being cautious about, you know, what you jump into, who you involve yourself with at this time. So let's go ahead and pull guidance message from the Butterfly Oracle cards for life changes for Virgo from September 1st to the 15th, 2018. What do they need to know, Spirit? What's going to really help them move forward on their highest path in love for Virgo, September 1st to the 15th. Virgo, September religion and spirituality. Interesting. Okay, some of you may be getting more involved in your spirituality or religion, or this can be a factor in terms of, you know, a life change that you're going through. You may be exploring different religions or spiritual practices, or maybe this is something that you're being confronted with at this time. You know, what are your spiritual values? What are your religious values, if you have any? So I'm going to read a little bit from the book here. It says, your spiritual life is shifting, Virgo, because you're getting in touch with your honest beliefs. What worked for you in the past doesn't ring true for you now. This may cause confusion within your family or within yourself. If you are leaving a religious tradition, if you are leaving a religious tradition, your loved ones may worry about your spiritual safety as you venture into areas that they don't understand. But it's not up to you to win your family's approval or your beliefs and choices. However, if you are following a spiritual teacher, do use discernment before leaping in with a full commitment. Make certain that everything is as it appears to be, and that you retain your ability to exercise your free will. Most important, be sure that you are happy and on a spiritual path that is aligned with your sincere beliefs. Additional meanings: marital conflict over different religious beliefs, blending a multi-faith family, returning to your childhood religious path, converting to a new religion, and spiritual study or teaching. So it really can signify any of these life changes that you may be going through of a religious or spiritual nature. And remember just to keep an open mind and take this with a grain of salt, but this can be a factor that's actually an underlying influence that's been affecting you. And I think the most important takeaway is just to make sure that it resonates with you, and that you're okay with it. If people are poo-pooing your choices or kind of, you know, of course there's people out there that like try to shove religion down other people's throats. You know, if that's not okay with you, like, you know, definitely this is a good time to kind of evaluate, you know, where do you really stand? What do you really believe in? And just to be careful about what you involve yourself in. If it doesn't really align with you, if it doesn't really resonate, then something to consider moving forward, you know. All right, well, I'm going to leave that here, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you'd like to book a private reading, I do have plenty of openings available. The link to my website and scheduling app are below in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful month of September. Take care.